it tilted gifts, but it's tilted presents. I received this gift for day 6 from the Open Gate Quilt Advent, the 12 Days of Quilting, and it is absolutely adorable, so I had to get started on it. It looks like this, so it's a long kind of wall hanging or table runner, and the gifts kind of tilt back and forth. Presents. Tilted presents. I'm going to keep calling it tilted gifts. It's just going to happen.
They're called dancing. They're like dancing.
Isn't it cute?
Mm-hmm.
So I got everything cut for it, the border, everything, and I already have the backing piece together because this quilt didn't use all of the charm pack that we received, so she gave some tips on piecing it together so that you have the backing. And then she also sent the fabric that's kind of the plaid on the side. So the backing is ready to go. I'm just working on the presents. So
the gifts.
No, it's presents.
Oh, you just kept saying gifts so much.
Now we're both confused on to which one it is. So I have the instructions for it. Like I said, this came, technically it's today's gift, but I opened this ahead of time so that I can get everything recorded for it and edited and up to post. Now I want to show, just in case you didn't see it, because I did put a video up showing the second project from the Open Gate Quilt Advent, the 12 Days of Quilting, and that is this one here.
Oh, that one's so pretty. I love it.
I know, I love the fabric
too.
on the back. So this one's completely done. I got it quilted and the binding on because I just thought it was so pretty. So the back of it is that fabric. And I just thought it was so nice. And I love that. So this is fabric that Monique designed. I think it's called Christmas Night. I think. I could be wrong. I'm really bad at remembering the names of stuff. Hence why I put up tilted gifts on the thumbnail for this video instead of tilted presents. But I love that she almost always designs a border that can be used. So the fabric on the border of this is just fussy cut and it just looks perfect with this. So anyway, if you want to see this get made, it is up on my channel, but I just thought it was darling, and I just always love the quilts that she designed. So I'm going to be working on the gifts today, or presents, or whatever it is at this point. I put one of the blocks together already. It is just so cute. And it's so smart how she has them tilt back and forth. And I also love that on day 1, she sent us that fit to be quarter ruler. I'm only have one piece of it over here because she shows how to use it to put this block together as well. So I think it's so smart that we use this for this quilt pattern, and then we're also using it today. So very useful that she sent rulers that we're using for this. And hi everyone in the chat. I know I've just been talking about what I'm going to be working on, but I'm so glad that you all decided to join us and come chat with us. So, oh, I see Julie in here. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Candace. Katie Crafts. Awesome. So we're in Texas as well, Charlotte.
We are.
We are in the Houston area. Hi, Donnell. I see you're in here as well, and Bonnie. All right, so I am going to work on the next little present. So it alternates back and forth between red and green gifts. And the first thing you do is kind of sew that sashing between the small little squares. So I have that sewn on this one, and then the longer sashing is going to go between the 2 squares. So I'm gonna get this one going. And we were a tad more organized today and got talking topics.
Yes.
I can't talk. I haven't been able to talk the last couple days.
What do you mean the last couple days?
Well, it's been worse
since we've been married.
I know, but it's been worse than normal. Like everything comes out jarbled. I guess you don't notice, so maybe it is the same.
I guess I'm just used to it. But
this is like, I love when this happens, when these wreaths are kind of lined up and it wasn't on purpose, that they're just like lined up across there on that strip, just perfect.
you mean you didn't try to do that?
I mean, yeah, I did, but you know, I have to act like it didn't happen on purpose. Hi there, Vicky. So are any of you working on any projects right now? Are you sewing along while you watch the live, or is there anything you were working on today? So I need to trim this block down. Now it does give instructions in the pattern to use the fit to be geese ruler and how to use it. I am just going to use one of my trim blocks because it'll make it easier for me. And since it's not, there's no diagonals for me to line this up on, what I did on the other block was I just lined the diagonals up with the points right here on around the sashing. I just lined the diagonals up there and I put the handle in the middle and lined that all up, and it seemed to work really well. The nice thing is that these blocks are tilted back and forth, so even if I get it a little crazy, as long as it's a perfect square, it'll be fine.
They look so cool.
The
So
little
they look
presents.
so cool, yeah.
Yeah. I put it right next to you so you can admire it.
So do they just get like sewn on top of those?
No, that's the back of the quilt.
Oh, I was like, I'm really confused because it
Doesn't look like that?
Yeah.
No. See, it gets this like polka dot border around it, and then the sashing just brings it together. Yeah, that's just the back of the quilt back there. All right, so I have it all trimmed up, and now I'm just going to work on the bow. So I do not normally like to piece with like little teeny tiny squares. I mean, these are tiny, but I will, with certain patterns, I will like make an exception, and this one's so cute, and I don't have to do very many. Oh, my thread came out. It's been like the thread on this has been popping out a lot since I had put that down. But last
need
time,
to see my pretty face.
yeah, last time people did not like that you were blocked by it, so I went ahead and put it down right away this time. So these are just kind of flipped corners here to get the bow. And I'm just going to use scissors to trim off the 1/4 inch instead
I
of
would say that's
tiny,
Yeah.
right? Tiny little pieces.
See, how do you know that was a 1/4 inch though?
Because I eyeballed it.
Oh, okay, that seems safe.
What? It's not like it matters that much for this.
But it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does to me.
Why?
Because that looks like about 3/8.
No, it's not.
Let me see. I'm gonna measure it now. I bet you it is 3/8 because it looks.
I
like
bet
3/8.
it's really close.
We're gonna find out, everyone. Let me see.
I bet it's really close to a 1/4 inch.
So it's this right here, right?
Yeah. What are you measuring it on, even?
Well, because these are little
Oh.
1/4 inches. Yeah, it's 3/8.
So it's an 1/8 off.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? It's going to be behind. It's just more stable now. It's an 1/8 more stable.
Yeah, I don't care one way or the other. I just think it's funny. Like I couldn't eyeball
I
something
know
like
you
that.
could.
I'd go.
This thread came out again. We're going to block you.
I'll just put it up a little.
I'm
Like
just-
it's not even close to my shoulder right now.
I'm going to get really good at threading this machine today. I feel like I'm going to sew over my finger when I have these small little pieces.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, Donnell, I'm serious. Like, since there's not too many of these, I will work with these small little pieces. But I do not prefer working with really, 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 really tiny little squares.
So Julie, the products for the shop are good. So and again, we don't do marketing, and we probably should.
I think all the marketing we do is I post in the group when we get stuff back in the shop.
Yeah. I know some of you have signed up for marketing emails, but I just feel so bad emailing out stuff. So in the shop right now are... So new products are in the shop. There are ornaments that you can buy that you can paint or you can put fabric on.
Oh, I should have brought those up to show.
I'll go grab one. So there's Christmas ornaments. There are coasters that are quilt patterned. There are seam rippers that are now in the store. There are... Oh, yeah, so big announcement. Clappers. Some clappers are back because I don't have all the wood that I would like. But there are Purple Heart clappers and maple clappers and walnut clappers that are now back in the shop that are available.
But just the iron design, like the one that
I just the iron design for now.
I personally think this is the superior of them. I'm sorry. The other one's awesome too. But it's just so convenient to have the handle to just grab. And I don't know. And I feel like it adds weight to it too, since...
it does, because these are cast iron handles. Yeah, so they add weight. You just like it better because it's your design, though. The other one's my design.
They're just really cute.
Yeah, and there's the LED
No,
signs.
they really are a good idea. I mean, it was a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Donnell's, the seam ripper stilettos are also in the shop. Maybe I didn't say that. I thought I did.
Yeah, I got the first one, though.
Oh, is that the burl?
The one you made me.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it cute, though? I mean, little pieces are... They're what they are, but the little bow is so cute.
Elaine, I do quilting with my wife.
Your tree's there. Yep. That folded up. Well, you should get it. The folded up tree.
Okay, this
one here. Show it, yeah.
There we go. This is what I am currently working on. Oops. This is one panel that will go on the
Christmas
quilt.
Star Quilt.
Yeah, it's a Christmas Star Quilt that you designed it, right?
Yes,
yeah.
I designed it. It's a free pattern on my channel. There's a free downloadable PDF for it too, but that's the center of it, and then a big star goes around it. It's a pretty quilt.
Yep. I don't have as much free time as I would like, but I really do want to finish this before Christmas.
Yeah, it's the problem. He was planning on working on it today, and one, I really wanted to work on this, but two, we just didn't get a chance to get the rest of it cut as I had hoped today. He was working on trying to get the rest of the clappers done. He had to go pick up an order, so it just didn't work out to get it prepped for today.
Yeah, so we live in the middle of nowhere, and I use a couple different companies for lumber, but there's a really good place called Houston Hardwoods. I doubt they watch this, so I'll shout them out anyway. But if you're in the Houston area and you need lumber, Houston Hardwoods is the best place in the state that I have found. And I had to go pick up an order today because I wanted to get more clappers back in stock. But it's a 4-hour round trip for me to go there, get it, and come back. So that took up the vast majority of my day. And because of where we live, they generally deliver, but we live in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard to get here. So nobody delivers. So.
All right, so I have...
Elaine is making self-binding hot pads.
Oh, that's cute. You want me to make some of those. I need to make some. And he wants me to make new oven mitts too.
Yes, I do.
All right, so the trick to this whole pattern is the direction that the present tilts back and forth. But thankfully, she has all the red presents tilting one way and the green presents tilting the other way. So hopefully I don't mess this up. I definitely could, but hopefully not. So we cut the little triangles, and I need 4 for this one to surround it. So I got 4. And I just need to leave a little tail at the bottom and sew this on. And I think it was 1 inch. I don't want to have to rip this out, but I'm pretty sure it was 1 inch.
Oh, thank you, Donna. Sorry, everyone. I'm just catching up on the chat now. Thank you, Donna. That's wonderful for you to say.
What?
She just said she likes the trim locks.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, when we were asked about making them, I was like, I don't get it because I have rulers, but they make it so much easier to trim things up.
So Roxanne, the clapper pricing depends on the wood, because some wood, like Purple Heart, is more expensive than maple, for instance. But I think they're between 35 and
my glasses.
I think they go up to like 65 for the zebra wood, because zebra wood is incredibly expensive.
But I don't think the zebra. You weren't able to get it, right? The wood.
I've got some raw boards downstairs. I just haven't been able to dimension them yet. So
I had to pull out some stitches because I forgot that I wasn't supposed to sew down the whole side of the first.
Why not?
Triangle, because the way it comes together, it needs to be open until you get to the end.
Oh. This is the importance of reading the instructions.
Well, I read it before when I did that one, but you know me.
I do.
I like to wing stuff. That's why I like making my own patterns, so I can just do what I want.
Thank you, everyone, for saying my tree is very pretty. I did not design it. I did, however, choose the fabrics, and I did my best to line up the trees so that they were all going the same direction. Although, I wish I could remember her name. Someone had mentioned in the video when I was sewing that, it was in the comments after the fact, but the base of my tree is upside down because the trees are going the wrong direction, so I've got to take it out and redo it because I'm the kind of person that needs everything.
Would leave it.
You would, but I can't do it. So, I'm going to have to fix that, which is fine, because ultimately, I want it to be the way I want it to be.
I can't remember which side I should look at this pattern.
Yeah, so you got to go back to the directions.
Huh?
So, you got to go back to the directions.
Yeah, you know me, I don't like directions. They're so limiting. I just want to be free with my sewing. No, her patterns are really great. I mean, you can vouch. Like, all the time when I get one of Monique's subscription boxes, I'm always so excited.
Yeah, no, Monique makes great boxes. Terry is working on snowman runners.
Ugh,
that'd be so cute.
Snowmen are my
Yeah, why don't you make some of those? We can put them on the tables downstairs.
Okay, with what time?
That's funny.
I really want some like wooden tree cutouts for the yard that I can paint white, like the neighbors down the road. Have you seen theirs? They're so cute.
I have not seen them.
You know, you could make some of those for me
in
all your free time.
Yeah. How big do you want them?
I don't know, to outshine theirs.
That's fine.
Just go measure theirs and make them.
Just walk over there creepy. Oh, that's funny.
I think that's one thing that is really fun about our neighborhood is all a lot of people go all out with their decorations. I love it.
They do. I will say though, when we lived in Grosse Pointe Farms, there was one house in our town in Grosse Pointe Farms that it was right on Lakeshore Drive, so it's like right on the lake where everyone is. But they were right on Lakeshore Drive and Ross, I think. And they literally decorate for every holiday.
Yeah.
Like, holidays that you don't even think exist, they decorate for.
Yeah, Valentine's Day they have like their trees covered in hearts and pink stuff everywhere, and it's
but they go all out. Like, they're the type of
it.
people you would see on one of those shows, like Decorating Championships. But it's every holiday. So it's President's Day. It is Lincoln's birthday. It is Fourth. I mean, it's not just the big holidays. It really is like President's Day and
I need to trim that.
Easter. Well, the Easter's a pretty big holiday, but yeah, it's crazy what they do.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just put the binding onto 10 cathedral window hot pads for my craft show tomorrow. Sports themed hanging bowl. Cause you need to get some Michigan stuff squared away, Danelle, because those will probably sell like hotcakes right now. Where is it? Is it in the Detroit area, or are you having to go somewhere for it? Because I'm trying to think. I don't remember big craft shows in Michigan when we lived there, although...
I mean, you could kind of call the farmer's market we went to a craft show because they'd have people set up with like stuff.
I think what she was saying, there's like a big one.
Oh. So this is why you keep this side unsewn, so you can put this down and sew it across there.
Okay. So that you're not blocking it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Susan, that's an interesting one. Until I moved to Texas, like, I never lived again. I've lived literally everywhere. Multiple countries, multiple states. I've never really seen people decorate for Halloween, but with exception of the one house in Grosse Pointe, which they totally did. But like here in Texas, everyone it's like people will decorate more for Halloween than Christmas, I feel. So I don't know if that's like a weird Texas thing, or I don't know where you are,
I think
Susan,
it's
but
just
it's weird to me because it's
becoming more of a popular holiday or something.
Maybe I just don't ever remember it.
No, not when we were kids. People didn't decorate that much for it, or if at all. And they didn't go all out with their kids' Christmas Halloween outfits either. It was like you got a like Walmart plastic itchy thing to put on. But now it's like all out.
Elaine, we lived in Michigan for several years. I went to law school at the University of Michigan. We lived in Ann Arbor. We lived in Grosse Pointe Farms for several years. So, okay, I've been to Macomb Community College. I actually took some sign language classes at Macomb Community College because I wanted to learn how to sign. Amy, we were not going to have a problem if it ends up being Texas versus Michigan in the national championship because Michigan will destroy Texas, so there'll be no problems. No ill will on this side because, I don't like to rub in our victories.
This is so awkward to cut around because I can't get a good angle on it sitting this long.
Oh, because I'm in your cutting spot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, you're fine. I'll get it.
Oh, yeah, so Susan knows it. She says she drove by that house every day on Lakeshore Drive on her way home from work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing, Susan, isn't it? Like, I will say this. I wasn't a huge fan of a lot of their decorations because they literally took every inch of space they had, and so a lot of the decorations were sort of cheesy, in my opinion. You could see it from the NASA space, whatever.
Our kids loved it.
Oh, they loved it.
And then they also especially loved because at Halloween they gave out full chocolate bars, full size chocolate bars.
So.
All right.
So Susan, did you live in the park or the shores or St. Clair Shores? And did you work in downtown? Because I worked in downtown Detroit. I worked at 500 Woodward Avenue for several years.
Can you see it on that? Yeah.
Yes.
So they're so cute. They're just rocking back and forth there. I'm really excited to put this one together. Let me see.
So Danelle's doing Detroit Lions, which is awesome. I love the Lions. Red Wings, I love them. We used to be season ticket holders when we lived there. The Tigers and Michigan Wolverines. So that's good choices, Danelle. Very good choices.
So here is my next one that I'm working on with a red present. So there are 5 of these presents that are in the quilt.
Yes, there are several homes on Lakeshore that do it up for Christmas.
Yeah, that one just always stood out to me.
Yeah.
I think because they decorate for every holiday. Like there are a lot on down that road that would decorate really beautifully for Christmas. That one just always stood out to me because it's like every holiday.
Yeah. So we lived like a block away from that house. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that at the space station could see it.
And that was like one that me and the kids would bike by every day because we would bike down to the park there.
Yeah. It was fun.
I always wondered where they kept all the decorations for every holiday. I'm like, what kind of storage do you have?
I know, because they I'm pretty sure they only have a 2-car garage, and the amount of decorations they have were not something you would need literally an entire house.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what they use their whole basement for. Is just
maybe.
Organized with that. Or maybe that they own a storage facility.
Oh wow, Susan, 62 miles, man, that's a drive. Is the Chrysler plant in Jefferson Connor, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in 2015. Either 2015 or it had to have been 2015. I was driving home from work one night because I would just take Jefferson until it turned to Lakeshore because that's where we lived. There was a fatality accident that occurred right outside the Jefferson plant.
Oh gosh, that was terrible.
Yeah, and I remember it vividly because we drove past it, but there was a car, and I think it was like a Dodge Challenger, and I'm guessing whoever was driving lost control, but they ran into a light pole, and they must have been going 150 miles an hour because that car was in 2 pieces. Like, the car went through the passenger side door, I'm assuming went through that pole, and 50 feet away was the front part of the car with 2 doors, and then the back part of the car was back at the, where the light pole was. And it was ridiculous. And it was so bad.
Let me see if I can find a scrap piece of fabric, because Jennifer, I know what you mean, because it is kind of like, I'll show 2 of them together, but if you don't see what I mean, then I'll try, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get a scrap piece of fabric and show you how I cut it. But basically, you cut the fabric that she gave, this polka dot fabric, you cut it to the strip size that she says. I don't want to give away the dimensions, but then you cut that strip into, let me get it back together. Let me put it on one of my boards.
Susan says she remembers that accident, and apparently whoever was involved in the accident stole the car.
Oh, well, that's why they were going fast. So once you get the strip, you cut the rectangles, and she tells you how many to cut in the pattern. And so you'll have the rectangle, and then you cut it corner to corner to get the triangles. So the pattern will tell you how many to cut in one direction. So see, I have those going that way, and then let me get 2 more.
I'm gonna go downstairs and take those ornaments off the tree just because I'm so proud of the way that you put it. There's I never thought to do that with them, and they look.
I didn't either until it just popped into my head when I was here by myself and needed something to do. And then you'll cut some of the rectangles you cut down corner to corner in the other direction. And she has a diagram that shows how many you cut. But I know when I first looked at the pattern, I saw them cut back and forth, but I didn't realize at first that you cut the smaller rectangle out and then you cut it corner to corner. So if you need me to get a scrap piece of fabric and cut it and show you, let me know. But hopefully that helps, seeing that first you cut a small rectangle and then you cut the rectangle corner to corner. So that is how that worked out. And if I don't see you reply, I apologize. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat as I sew. Let me move this stuff back over. So that is those, and I'll try to keep an eye to make sure that you saw how to cut those, or if I need to show a little better how to.
I'm back. Okay.
Let me do the little bow on here while that presses out.
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, shoot. I don't know how to change cameras, babe.
Oh, sorry. You just clicked on it.
I'm just going to show something real quick. This is not meant to be a sales pitch. I just thought what my wife did was really cool. So, we made these ornaments that are made out of cherry, it's actual cherry wood, and I put these designs on them that I wish I had another set. Is there another set up here? Did you box up the last one?
I boxed up the last set that was up here.
So each of this ornament has this pattern cut into it with a laser, and this pattern cut into a laser. But what my wife did is she took little pieces of fabric and put them inside the lines.
I have
think
a
they look
video
so
up
cool.
that shows how to do it. You use like the steam-a-seam and trace through the steam-a-seam each of the little segments, and then it just fuses in place there. But the video that I have up as a short shows how to do it.
Yeah, I thought people would buy these and like paint them or color them with markers because you could, but I think these are so cool, and I think you should make more, honestly. Just because they're really pretty.
Well, I think Lorelai wants to make some more when you
yeah, I'll make some more tomorrow because I think we're sold out now. But that's fun because it takes me...
So, Elaine, this pattern is from Open Gate Quilts, and usually what she does is, since this was for the Advent box, it's usually exclusive for a few months to people who purchased it, and then it becomes available in her shop. So I would just keep an eye on her shop if you really like the pattern. But I know one of the patterns that she did last year for the Advent box is in her shop now this year. So it should show up there eventually.
Oh, right, because she waits a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's because it's, like she wants it to be kind of exclusive to the box, but...
Susan, because you had asked what people are doing tonight, she's upgrading her long arm and putting the new machine on the frame. And we're keeping her company.
Nice. I'm jealous you got a long arm, but I'm happy that you're here when we're keeping your company like that together. Okay, Jennifer, I'm so glad it helped. I know when I looked at the diagram, because sometimes I like to look at pictures and just go, and I was like, I don't know. I was looking for measurements on how far over I go to cut them, and then I finally figured it out. I read it a couple times, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. But at first I was thinking I had to do something much more complicated to get those triangles.
So, as is typically the case, we have 3 questions, and I'm going to ask the first one now, which is, if you could have any superpower, and it could be one that you know of because you know Spider-Man's powers, or just one that you make up, what would it be? I know for me, I think it'd be really cool to be invisible. But the more I think about it, it's one of those things where if you're invisible and you're using it, I think most people would use invisibility just to go snoop on people. I don't really want to hear what people think about me when I'm not in the room, right? One, I don't care, but 2, I just feel like it's like going on social media and arguing with people you don't know. It's like you're never gonna win in that situation. Yeah, I do think it'd be cool to be invisible and like go into a bank vault when no one knows you're there. But what I don't know is if I were to grab a big sack of money, does that also become invisible? Because if not, then they're gonna see a bag of money literally walking out. So I don't think that's gonna work. So I wouldn't go with invisibility. I think I would go with flight. I like to fly planes. But I think it'd be kind of fun to fly without a plane. I like jumping out of planes too. That's really fun.
No.
It is. Especially when you get to jump out over like, Perth and land in the water. It's great. But I think I would do flight. I just think it'd be so fun. I mean, like I said, it's fun to fly planes, but I think it'd be fun to fly without a plane. So that would be mine. I would go with flight.
I have no idea. I would is it a superpower to be able to point at things and it just gets clean? That's what I would want. That's what I would want mine.
I think that's more witchcraft.
That's what I would want mine to be. If that's not one, then I don't want to play this game. I would just love to point at like the counter and all the dishes get cleaned and put away.
It'd be like Bewitched. You could be like Samantha on Bewitched.
Right?
Because I'm pretty sure she did that. Sonia said she would want to walk through things. I think that'd be really fun.
That'd be cool.
Terry wants telekinesis. That's kind of what you're talking about, telekinesis, where you can use your mind to move things. So I guess you could clean without having to clean.
Teleportation. That's cool, Amy. Amy, I have been loving your Quiltness videos, your vlogs each day.
Oh, hey, Becca. She's here, lurking. That sounds more like an Ian thing to do, the lurking part. I'm sorry, you were talking to Amy and I interrupted you.
No, I was just telling her, I was pretty much finished, that I've loved her vlogs that she's been doing.
Danelle wants the ability to heal from any injury instantly without needing surgery. Danelle, I love that because I've had like 10 surgeries and they all suck. I've never had a surgery I've enjoyed. And hand surgeries are the worst because every time I have a hand surgery, I literally can't use my hand for at least 9 months, which is... It's like at some point it's just cut it off and just give me a new one. Like, this is stupid.
That seems extreme.
Hey, give me a bionic hand. Like, they exist now. That could be my superpower. I could have a bionic hand.
I had such a selfish one, and Elaine's is really good.
Let's see. I gotta get there. I'm like so far behind in chat. Power of Be Gone. Oh, this is Lorraine. I like Lorraine. I like you all too, but Lorraine's hilarious.
Amy, over your book, I saw it go up and I watched some of it. Then I had to get ready for this. But is it over the Jenny's countdown item, or is it over the books? Because I didn't get to what your thoughts were on the countdown. I just got to see your books that you use for quilting.
Yeah, Donna and Elaine have good ones. Healing people or,
Yeah, really good. I'm like, I would like to not have to clean. and theirs are really good.
So, Laura, that would probably be one of my, like, if I had a second one, that would be it. Would you just pausing time so that I can just get a hold of, like, I would love to be like, hey, at 1:30 every day, time stops for 10 hours so that I can get everything done and then just pick back up at 1:31. Right, so maybe I guess a minute passes, but that would be lovely.
Is my red pin by you? No, it's not. I
baby,
put it somewhere.
Do you want me to find it?
No, it's fine. I just was trying to remind myself not to sew all the way down this time.
Oh.
And sometimes I'll put a mark so that I'm reminded, but I'll have to try to remember. And I'm talking about it right now, so hopefully I remember. Amy, look. People are gonna people. They've been in mine going crazy, too.
Yeah, Danelle, I have had, like I said, God knows how many surgeries I've had on my hand right now. And it every time I get surgery on my hand, it's at least 9 months of rehab. And then my hand feels okay for 3 months, and then it just goes back to hurting. And it's like, why did I go through? And I went through it because they needed to put stuff in my hand to make it work. But the pain never goes away. Like, it's...
Yeah,
horrible.
you've given up on even doing anything.
No, I need another surgery, but there's no point in going through it because they've already said, look, it's a degenerative joint. Like, it's never going to get better. We can alleviate the pain. But again, you're going through like 12 months or you go 9 months of rehab and then another 3 months of pain after that so that it can feel a little bit better for 3 months. And then it goes back to normal. So it's like, what's the point? If I were still trying to play hockey or still try to do stuff like that, I probably would, just so that it would allow me to do it, but I'm not rock climbing anymore, so I don't need to. But I think out of all of those, obviously healing people would be great, but I think...
what did Wayne say?
Luane wanted to have the be gone power, so he just points at something and it goes away.
I like that.
So... Hey, Luane, does that work with people too, or is it just items? I'm curious. It'd be great to like do it with drivers. Like, be gone, get out of the road. I've had to drive so much recently for travel because we were traveling places where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to fly, and man, drivers are so bad. I mean, they're bad everywhere. The problem is when you live in an area or you travel to an area that has like 5 million people, then you just have more people on the road, which adds to more problems because everyone is a bad driver. And then when you have 5 million of them, it's much more frustrating. Power of time travel, yes. Amy's teleportation, though, is pretty cool. Like, it'd be great. Like,
well, because you could just teleport to them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, we're going to go on vacation, but we're going to drive. And it's like, okay, we start at 8 a.m. and then we're where we want to be at 8:01. And we didn't have to take an 18-hour drive. Like, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's the Back to the Future trick, right? Luane, they didn't do it with the lottery, but they did it with sports gambling, which basically the same. Welcome, Gene. Nice to see you tonight.
Where am I putting all this stuff?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm never gonna figure out what's where's.
So speaking of vacations, one of our other questions is if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? And to the extent that you want to share, why would it be there?
I don't know. Like, I've not traveled outside the country enough, nor do I know enough about other places to, like, choose somewhere else in the world.
So I have lived many different places. I think for everything that is wrong in this country, I think people seem to forget that, like, we still are a country that has a lot of things going for it that don't exist in other countries. So I don't know if there's another country I'd want to live in.
There's a lot that I would like to visit at some point, but I don't know about living anywhere else. I just want to live somewhere where it's quiet and we can have a lot of land.
Yeah, I would. For me, it'd be South Dakota. Either in the Brookings or the Sioux Falls area, but like more on the outskirts. Because, one, you don't have 5 million people in the state, period. I think there's only 2 cities that have more than like 30,000 people. But 2, it's very quiet. There's not traffic. And you can live in the middle of nowhere and still be relatively connected because they have a decent infrastructure. There's no state income tax. There's no business income tax.
Yeah, I know. There would be so fun to have land and put like a house where we could do like retreats and stuff at it. I think that would be so cool.
Yep. But if I were to live in another country, it would probably, I don't know. Just Portugal's really nice because there's a lot of expats in American expats in Portugal. And I kind of speak I speak Spanish, and I can understand Portuguese.
Do you want to make me a
so I can deal with that.
a 6.5 inch trim lock real quick?
So
yeah, I can trim this.
Do we have the grippies for it?
I have some up there on the table, some left over.
I will do that real quick.
I'm getting tired of trimming this the old school way.
A 6.5, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Save me.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to sew these together yet. I don't know. I may want to pick a different order for these, so I probably shouldn't. But there's sashing going to go between each of the presents going back and forth, but I don't know for sure which order I want them to go in. So I may just have to wait until he gets me my...
It's 3s and 2s, right?
Yeah.
do that.
I don't even have all the trim locks yet.
I thought you did.
No, I don't even have a 5 yet.
What the heck?
Well,
I mean,
because
we've got a whole bunch over there. Just take one.
I know. I need to build them all for myself.
Yeah. Okay, so England. I like England. It's just too rainy for me to live there.
Oh, you know what? I could start building the other present.
The Caymans are wonderful.
I just need to trim this down, but this one's pretty much done. But I'm going to set it to the side and start building another one. I have all the sash in here. I really like this green.
Let me see.
And
Which
the green is the sashing between this.
Oh yeah, it is really pretty.
Yeah. So I'll trim that block up, but I'm going to start building the other one instead of sitting here like I don't have anything to do. So did any of you get any Advent boxes this year? The Jenny's, Countdown to Christmas, Monique's 12 Days of Quilting. I know, what is it? Stitch and Company had one. The Ginger Quilter has one. I know there's a lot of them out there. Cotton Cuts did a few. They have their fabric one and their notions one. I really like that Cotton Cuts does a fabric-centered one and then a notions one, so you can kind of choose what you'd prefer getting. I know Luane has the Jenny's, because I saw a few of his unboxings of it. But I don't know, Luane, did you get some of the other ones too?
So, funny story, Luane. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
I am a lord. We actually,
yeah, that was a good gift.
We own land in Scotland, and I have a certificate and everything that proves.
How much land, though?
It's enough. It's enough to legally be considered a Scottish lord.
So if I can find it, I should post it. But it was the best gift. I found this thing where you could get like a little. I mean, he's not gonna want me to say, but it's a little bit of land. But then you can get your name put on a certificate saying you're a lord and all that.
Right. Yeah, that Christmas, my kids were running around calling me Lord Dad. It was amazing.
No, Lord Daddy.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember.
Lord. That went on for a while. I don't know why it finally stopped, but they were doing that for quite a bit after Christmas.
Yeah. It was wonderful. I felt like a real lord. So Luane got 2 of the Cotton Cuts, 1 of the Missouri Star Quilt, and 1 Jolly Box.
2 of the cottons. Oh, did you get the notions and the fabric then? I'm going to have to go watch more of your videos then if you're filming all of them, because I must have missed the other ones. Because I did the fabric one with them once, and I actually really, really liked it. That's just a lot of fat quarters, and I have so much fabric. And the notions one the first year, I thought it was okay. I wasn't blown away with it, but it just really depends on what you're needing, I think.
Donna says she did Martelli has a box?
They do. I didn't know. Oh, Caroline Moore has the little templates, right? And she gives you a block pattern. That one looks really fun. I was thinking about doing that one too. And then I didn't. But
Amy's trying to start a fight.
Amy? Oh, asking what?
You can't ask questions like that. Amy, you start a fight.
You're not allowed to have an opinion on that box.
Shoot, is it 4 3s? Because I did 2s, and that doesn't seem like that's gonna. What goes here?
Yeah, that. But I put it that way. Okay. I don't think it really matters overall.
But should this be a 3 or a 2?
No, it's a 2. I don't put it all the way down. I kind of float it up there.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hey, Sean's here. Hey, Sean.
Again, I'm not going to get...
Wayne, you're going to get death threats, bud. I'm sorry.
What did he say? He's not... Oh.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying. Some of the comments that my wife gets are ridiculous. It takes all my might not to go in there and regulate. That's just me. Maybe I'm overprotective. I don't know. Too many projects going on right now, so I chose not to do an Advent. Yeah, that makes sense, Sean.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's a lot of work filming them all. It's fun until you get, I mean, it's fun. Either way, it's fun. Even, like, I just think it's fun opening all those gifts and just trying to guess what they are. I just think it's fun. But, I don't know. I guess it just gets taken very seriously. I will say, though, and I debated on whether or not I was going to say anything about it, but I thought today's gift, if you did not open your Jenny's gift today, put your fingers in your ear and hum really loud for a second, because I thought the gift today was really, really cute. It was a rolling pin and a cookie recipe. The rolling pin has, like, engravings on it, and you roll it out over the cookie dough to get like little block prints on it. I thought it was really cute. I made them and they were so they looked really cute with the imprints on them, but not one person in my family liked them.
They were, and after I've looked at the recipe, I'm like, yeah, why would you even make this? Like if you analyze the recipe, like this, there's no way this is gonna taste good. They were horrible. So
I debated adding some other stuff to it, like some vanilla or something like that. I didn't. I went against my instincts. I love to bake. I absolutely love to bake. And I was like, this just doesn't seem right. And it wasn't.
Even our dog was suspicious. Our dog eats everything with the exception of... he doesn't really like vinegar. Like, he doesn't really like pickles. He doesn't like... What's the other thing that he hates? Something else that's vinegar. I don't remember.
He doesn't like olives, but why am I? Olives. That's not mine.
Even he was not a big fan of those cookies, and that's saying something.
So I thought his reaction was the best because he bit into it and he's like, "It's a weird texture, but it's not that bad." And then he's like, "Oh, that flavor hits you on the end, doesn't it?" It was not good, but I'm gonna keep the pin and use for like sugar cookies and stuff.
Yeah, they looked really
They were really cute.
Yeah.
But did not enjoy the recipe. If you end up making it and maybe liked it, have a tip. Maybe I did something wrong along the way. I don't know, but... But I don't know. It may have just been the lemon... Because I feel like I like lemon flavored treats, but I think it needed something else in with it.
It needed flavor? That was
vanilla
not bad.
Or something.
It was, yeah.
Oh my gosh, grape tomatoes, Sean. Our dog loves tomatoes.
He loves them.
I don't know.
They're literally like one of his favorite foods. Anytime he sees me, or smells more likely, cutting tomatoes, he runs up and sits next to me and waits for me to give him a piece.
Yeah. Although, has he had a grape tomato? I don't know.
I've thrown him. Okay. He loves them. He loves the way they pop. You can tell he gets excited. Yeah, Luane, that's what I think I mentioned that in the unboxing. I was like, some people just don't like to bake, so I don't know. Yeah, so Shadow won't eat, like I said, vinegary things, so pickles, olives. Like, he goes crazy for cucumbers, because I think he just likes the crunch. He loves any lettuce that is like the white part of the lettuce, like the really crunchy part, he loves it. He doesn't like celery, surprisingly, which is crunchy. He won't eat celery unless you put a bunch of peanut butter on it.
Because celery is disgusting. I am not a celery fan.
You're not, but it's like, I use it in pretty much all the sauces I make, and you love the sauces, so it's weird that you don't like it. Hello, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. I love yarn. I used to knit all the time, and I would make these wonderful... When we lived in Michigan, I would make beanies and scarves, and I would wear them all the time because they were great. I miss knitting. I just can't do it anymore.
I like working with yarn. It's so... You can get it in so many pretty colors and...
Yeah. Have you even used this yet? Like, I made this for no reason?
Well, because I have to trim that, and I was in the middle of making this one, so... I just wanted you to look busy. I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, Sean, I actually like celery. I'm not opposed to it. I use it as part of a sofrito if I'm making Mexican or Spanish food, or part of a mirepoix if I'm making a French dish.
I think it smells funny.
Or Italian is sofrito. But either way, I like using it as a base of everything. I like putting it in meat salads, a chicken salad or something of that nature. I think it's great in potato salads.
Oh, I see. That is where it makes me mad.
I know.
Where did I put... Oh, there it is. I do not want that anywhere near my potato salad.
That's a determined cat, Amy. She said her cat tried to take melon out of her mouth.
I need to get a different rotary blade in this. It doesn't work.
Where are they? I can go grab one.
It's fine, because we don't have much more time on here.
Okay.
This one's so heavy, it's just turning my whole thing. Since it's larger than the other one.
Yeah. So our dog likes Chick-fil-A fries if you give them to him, but he's the other way, Sean. He literally shakes if he smells Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. They're one of his favorite foods ever. And he will literally sit on his bed and shake until you give him one.
I should post the video. I have a video of him too. Like, he loves bully sticks. And because we got a good video of him. Yeah.
Have a great night, Dano. Enjoy dinner.
Have a good luck at your craft show too. I'm not sure when you said that was.
I think it's this weekend.
Yeah. What am I doing? I have no idea.
Yep. If you're in the Macomb or Wayne County area, go to Macomb Community College South Campus this weekend, and Danelle will be there selling her wares. Go out and support University of Michigan by buying stuff. I mean, it doesn't support Michigan per se; it supports Danelle, but
that's still a nice thing to do too, especially this time of year.
Yeah. Oh man, we're so close to Christmas. I just haven't even thought about it.
I know. We really need to sit down and figure all that out.
I know. Yeah, today's the 6th.
It looks like I only have one more block left.
Nice.
To finish after.
So, Marianne, bully sticks do generally stink. We found a brand that we buy at Costco, and they don't really stink. I mean, you can sort of smell them, but it's not
as offensive.
They're not as offensive as the other ones we've had, and he loves these ones. I think it's because these are bully sticks that are wrapped with it's an edible hide, and so I think that masks the smell.
Yeah, but our dog also destroys those in like an hour.
Yeah, they're gone fast.
So it's not like it sits there either. Like it's pointless getting him little toys and stuff.
Yeah, he has so if you have a dog, check out BarkBox. They're great. We get once a month he gets a box. Our box only has toys in it because he's got some food allergies, but normally it comes with 2 or 3. I think it comes with 3 toys and some treats. His just has toys in it, but they're great. It's $20 a month. You get 4 or 3 new toys, and you get treats if you want them. And I mean, he will. It's great for us because he will literally need 4 new toys every month because he destroys them. They have a box for big biters like Shadow, but he doesn't like hard toys. He likes the soft ones that he can destroy. 'Cause we tried the Super Chewer box, which is like the hard Kong type toys, and he has no interest in those. So we just get him the soft ones and
let him destroy it, and then he's excited when it comes, and then our house looks like a fluff graveyard after he destroys all that stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I think dogs eat pretty much anything with Wayne, but like I hate burger. I mean, I don't really like fast food. I like In-N-Out, but aside from that, I don't like any of it. But Burger King fries are like some of the worst in my opinion. So I'm sure Shadow would eat them.
I heard that they've improved them. I heard that they've done a new recipe and they're improved, but we haven't been there in a while. So
no, I mean, I can't remember the last time I had fast food.
6-7 months ago. Well, I mean, you had In-N-Out, but I know you don't.
Yeah, I don't really count In-N-Out. I mean, In-N-Out is fast food, but everything is fresh, and you can see them make it. So I'm not 100% sure I count that as like traditional fast food. Okay, so heaven forbid the toy.
Oh yeah, our dog will find the squeaker and destroy it.
Yeah, that's like his whole mission in life.
His mission, if the toy squeaks, is to find that. Yes.
Okay, so time for the final question, which is, if you could be any animal, which would you be? Ugh. What you got, wife?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me think. What's yours?
So I go back and forth between... Like, I don't want to be some sort of raptor, right? Some sort of bird of prey, like an eagle or a falcon, just because, again, I like flying. And there's not really a lot of predators. Like, if you're a big-ass eagle, like, you don't have a lot of predators, right? I've seen eagles literally go pick up mountain goats.
What? That's
crazy. No, it's cruel to watch, but it's awesome. So I'd either do that, or I'd want to be some sort of deep-sea creature. Look, I think it'd be cool to be a shark, because I'd like to explore the ocean, but they don't really go that deep. Like an anglerfish, on the other hand, that thing's as deep as you can get, and you get to see cool crap at the bottom of the ocean. So
you know way too much about all these things.
I do. But... so I'd either want to be like a really deep sea creature that's like at the bottom of the ocean floor, like 5 miles deep, or some sort of bird of prey.
I think I'd want to be a bird so I could fly and not like...
Yeah, I feel like you'd be like a robin.
I know, I would be like a... Yeah, for sure.
That's an expensive cat, Lori. Cats that love avocado.
Oh gosh,
that's an expensive.
Does it have good taste in avocado too? Like, does it only like the
Haas avocados, not like the big ass Florida ones that are tasteless? Oh, and you'd want to be a honey badger. Mary Ann's on board with me. She wants to be a peregrine falcon.
I don't know enough about like animals to choose.
That's funny, Amy. Wayne wants to be a free to roam wild horse. Okay, so Samantha, that's an excellent answer. She says she wants to be one of her dogs because they have the best life.
I know, we were talking about that the other day.
Our dog literally has, he gets to do whatever he wants. He's got multiple beds. He has his own couch. He gets fed when he wants. He gets treats. He can run around the property. Like, he literally lives the best life that exists.
No bills to pay.
No bills. No worries. Does whatever he wants.
He just gets to destroy toys, get trash everywhere, and somebody else comes and picks it up for him. Not that he would care if it was left there.
Dolphin or whale. Yeah, I get that.
So let me see. I only have one more of these presents to make. And I will update showing this, but I'm going to show you all the ones that I have.
So that's true, Sean, but anglerfish have little light bulbs that are attached to their heads. I mean, they're not actually, it's bioluminescent stuff. But point is, they have a little light bulb that allows them to see down there. and they use it to get their prey. So they'd be able to see a little bit. Does it have to be real? I want to be a phoenix. That's an awesome answer, Terry. So no, you're totally allowed to be a phoenix.
So...
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, they're falling off.
Well, I got to see 3 of them before they fell.
I tried. This is going to be so cute, though.
Thank you, Ian. This is the green beaver, if you will. I always wear a beaver on these lives because I like. I don't know why actually. Because I have a lot of beaver shirts. I didn't think you were into beavers, Ian. So I'm surprised you like it.
Without the sashing, I think I can hold up.
Yeah,
more.
yeah. It's perfect.
There. So
really
anyway,
cool.
I tried my best to show, but I have one more present, and then it's just bringing the quilt together with the sashing, and then it does have like a little patchwork border that goes around it too that I'll add on, and the backing was provided in the quilt kit, so I think that's awesome. It's just a pieced backing, the leftover charm squares from it. It's kind of fun too because you can pick out which charm squares you want to use for the pieced border and for the presents and everything. So I thought that was a lot of fun that you had. You could choose all the fabrics that you wanted.
That's one of the best things about Monique and her boxes is she does a great job curating them, but she generally gives you everything you need to put it together. So that you... That's not to say that you need to do that, because I know some people like to put their own backing and binding and whatever it may be, but it is really nice when you just get something that you don't have to think about how you're going to customize it. You just get it, you put it together, and you're good to go. Mm-hmm. So...
Big fan of Monique's and her subscription box and her Advent box. I think I'm always happy with everything she sends. So this was the first project in the Advent box, and it is awesome. Now this one did not come with the backing set, but you could add that on if you wanted to, and this was the backing that if you added it on, you like it. What?
Ian said the presents are off kilter. Well played, Ian. Well played. By the way, Ian, I was slacking. I realized that I didn't send you what I said I was going to send you, so I sent that out today. I literally finished it, I don't know, the Friday after Thanksgiving, and I've just been sitting on it because I knew you weren't back yet. But it got sent off today, so I assume it should arrive tomorrow. I don't really know how the USPS works between Houston and Dallas, but I assume it should get there tomorrow.
You could get it in a month or tomorrow.
Well, yeah. There's a tracking number. You should have gotten an email, but...
All right, so I will update and show this quilt all put together for sure, but thanks for hanging out while I sewed and while you kept up with the chat and made me my trimmer that made it so much easier.
I know. You just gotta... You should have.
Now I have to make all the rest of mine.
I know.
So I can have a full set of them. All right, well, we're going to go to bed, and thanks for hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't know if you're in the chat. I got an email from someone asking about the clappers. So, yes, the clappers that are in the shop, you do not have to get them personalized. You can just buy them without additional text. And if you go into the shop, you can select the option. So if you just do non-custom, then it's just the clapper with the logo, nothing else on it. If you want to personalize it, you can. But I'm hoping they're in the chat because I'll respond to the email, but I figure maybe that's the easier way to do it.
Amy, if you make the cookies, you'll have to let me know if I just was terrible at making them or if it's just the recipe.
No, you are one of the best bakers I've ever met, so I know it is not that you did it wrong. The ingredients are like salt, flour, lemon juice, and sugar. And not a lot of sugar. It was like very little sugar.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, there's no way that a cookie that just has flour, salt, sugar, very little, and lemon juice is going to be good.
Is the 6.5 out of stock? You may have to check that.
Donna, they're not out of stock. I've got a bunch.
Yeah.
It's probably just me failing. So, give me like 5 minutes, and it will be back in stock.
We may have just forgot to update the quantity because when he makes some more, sometimes Sometimes we just forget to go in and update the quantities that we have. So I apologize, but thanks for letting us know, because...
Yeah, so the way our shop works is anytime I make, so I'll go make 50, and then I'll put 50 in the shop, and then when we're getting low, I'll make 50 more, and then I forget to go and update the quantities. So, let me check.
So, Mary, they are shortbread cookies, but I have made shortbread before, and I think it's just the lemon ratio was honestly probably off for me, and I think anytime I've made lemon cookies before, I feel like they always have some other flavoring in to kind of like offset the lemon, like vanilla or something else. I think I haven't made lemon cookies in a while because it's just me and my daughter who like them, and I prefer to make stuff that all of us will enjoy, but him and our son are not big fan of lemon flavored desserts.
Donna,
except limoncello. You like limoncello?
I like limoncello cake. Donna, they are back in the store. Sorry, that was my bad. I just never updated the quantities, so they're available now. And as are the 5-inch, because apparently we were allegedly out of. I've got like a whole freaking box over there of them. So
we should check all that.
I did just check them all now.
All right. Well, we are going to head to bed. And again, thanks for hanging out with us. And if we missed any of your questions about anything, you can leave them in the comments and we'll get to them, or you can send us an email as well. All right. So I will update this project on my channel when I get it finished, and then y'all can see it all done. And we'll probably be back here next Wednesday as well. It's not quite getting too close to Christmas. So hopefully we'll have stuff set up so you can work on your Christmas quilt.
Oh, yeah, because I need to finish that. So that's next Wednesday. I will probably be trying to finish my...
You won't be able to finish it all.
Well, I can work on it.
You can never get as much done during these as you think you're going to.
That's true.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful evening.